big news for him through the year off the tennis court was that injury he sustained while at Davis Cup action earlier in the season. Kept him out of a week. That was, of course, a match against Chile. But was able to get back a couple weeks later after the head issue, and he's had a pretty good year so far since then, and is building that ranking back. He's obviously wanting to get back into the top 100 as soon as possible, and this is a big opportunity for him here today. Right now ranked at 132 in the world. That career high was now 7 years ago at 23 in the world. But he's going to have his hands full here today, because the other side of the net is the 28-year-old out of Chile, Alejandro Tabilo, 35 in the world. His career high 2 years past at number 19. Has been working with a couple of new coaches here through this year, Germán Gaich and Juan Pablo Gandara, and looking very strong, and most importantly, just that even keel. As you see, his team right there has been really even keel of late, just playing the big points very well. That was a key to his win yesterday over Alexander Kovacevic. It was a 3-1 victory. It was really kind of hanging in the balance through the middle of that first set before he was able to turn on the jets. And obviously an explosive player in Alejandro Tabilo, who's really made a big jump here in 2026. More than having his ranking, which is always one of those goals for a lot of players. He started the year at 81, has moved up all the way to 35, and if he wins this tournament here this week, could be seated in Paris, which would be a big accomplishment considering where he started on the year. Raul Reales Rodriguez is our chair umpire here today. We, of course, do have electronic line calling to keep things nice and honest for us here today, provided by Bolt 6. But this is the third time that these two have met. They have split their previous meetings on the clay in Buenos Aires back in 2024. Dusan Lajovic won 6-1 in the third. And then last year, Tabilo coming through in straight sets at the Masters 1000 event in Indian Wells, coming through 3 and 5. But yeah, the big issue for us today could be the weather. It is much cooler here today in Valencia, and there is a roughly 60-70% chance of rain throughout the day. Right now, 19 degrees. That's going to be the high for us here today. 60% chance of rain, and right now it's to the northwest, and it's also to the northeast. We are hopeful that we're in that 40% and able to miss it here today to get through what is going to be a very full day of action on this Pista Central. All of the quarterfinals on the double side will be on Pista Sanchez Vicario, but we've got Tabilo Lajovic, we've got Hugo Carabelli Kitsmanovic, Vallejo Bergs, Carreño Busta, and Munar to end things tonight. We want to get through all of them so nobody has to worry about double duty tomorrow. We will have, of course, coverage of all 4 semifinals, both the doubles semis as well as the singles semis for you here tomorrow. Last couple serves for Dusan Lajovic right now. It's been a while since he's been in the top 100, and so this is obviously a big moment for him if he's able to make a deep run here this week. Does have a challenger final to defend in June, but yeah, the opportunity for him right now. The last time he was in the top 100 was just for a hot minute last April. But yeah, kind of fell out of it last February 2025 and would love to get back in there. Great opportunity here in the heart of the city in Valencia, the Club de Tenis Valencia. And they've had to do a lot of work to make sure that this court is going to be ready for us today, with the possibility of some of the wet stuff, with wind yesterday really wreaking havoc proceedings, those last 2 matches of the day, and that top level of clay was essentially wiped out. So hopefully we're able to get through nice and clean here today. Again, the doubles is going to be available for you on Challenger TV should you want to watch it over there, including the opening match, Luz and Matos taking on Kiger and Stalder. That one is just getting underway as well. It's going to be the lefty, Alejandro Tabilo, to serve to get the proceedings started, and we are ready for play here on quarterfinal Friday at Copa Falcon Ridge in Valencia. Tabilo, of course, winning another one of the 175s just a few weeks ago in Aix-en-Provence, beating Busset, Quinn, and Bergs in the final 3 matches, the 5, 4, and the 3 seeds on his way to that title. 3 ATP titles to his credit as well. Oh. 2 on hard, 1 on grass. Not a single title on clay for him. You imagine, as getting through these opening couple points with the temperature drop off, there's probably going to just be a little bit slower here today, especially as well as if it does end up raining. So the players certainly were going to be aware of that and how it could affect today's matches. Heavier air as well. Yeah, it's pretty clear that already Tabilo's wanting to just kind of test the movement from Lajovic, who is obviously a guy with explosive legs. Doesn't miss leg day at the gym. Able to generate a lot of power there. But you imagine he's going to test the 1E from time to time? That's a great swing. Yeah, I like to see that early, right? You're seeing here from Tabilo already early, right? He's not going to that top level, and this was the same as we saw from him yesterday. Not going to that top level until he needs to get there. Just kind of works himself in, just really solid at the beginning. I had 3 challenging holds to get things started yesterday against Alex Kovacevic. Today is going to be a much tougher task, though. A guy in Lajovic who's played about pretty close to 60% of his matches lifetime on this red clay. Break chance early for the serve. Oh. Juice. Ventaja tal. It's pretty clear as Tabilo does get the opening hold, finding off a break chance. He's going to have some opportunities to throw in a serve and volley from time to time, especially in that ad corner should he choose to do so. My name is Mike Cation. Happy to be joining you here in Valencia. Mike C. Tennis is where you can find me on your various forms of social media. We do love to interact with you all at home. If you have any questions, comments about these matches. Yeah, again, a full day of action. The map of 4 times. Obviously 11 o'clock start here locally. 1, 4, and 6 local times. It's been a really good contingent from Spain here through the week. 3 of them still in our draw, so they are, of course, into the afternoon and evening sessions. That includes that all-Spanish battle, Carreño Busta and Muna. Dusan Lajovic, love one. Two-time ATP champion himself in Dusan Lajovic. 2019 in Umag, and then 2023 in Banja Luka. Both of those on clay, of course. Should be pointed out, this is his first match on this Pista Central. Has been on the outer courts for the prior 2 matches. That does certainly factor in. The other thing that factors in as Tabilo does grab 3 break chances is the fact that yesterday it was a bruising battle. That against Daniel Altmaier. 3rd set tie break for Lajovic, so you can imagine the legs might be a little bit cooked. That is also going to be the case for Zizou Bergs a little bit later here in the day. 3 hours yesterday with Bautista Agut. So trouble here for Dusan Lajovic. That is exactly what you want to see from Alejandro Tabilo, and especially when he has that opportunity. You know, with Lajovic, he loves to throw in these kick serves. So Tabilo early wants to make a statement there, right, that he's going to come in, and instead of just kind of letting the ball come to him up against that back fence, he's going to be the one who steps in inside the baseline from time to time to take that away from Lajovic. So really a good start here for Chile's Alejandro Tabilo. Yep. Yeah, just those long legs doing the work. And I mentioned this during his match yesterday with Tabilo, but having seen him at a very young age and seeing him now at about 7 years in between when he was playing some challengers in the US, and just the extreme amount of discipline that you see from Tabilo versus where he was then, you know, I think that's the case for a lot of players. Some are able to get to this stage, some are just not. Alejandro was certainly in a very good mood yesterday. Afterwards, had the bye, heading into that second round match with Lajovic, and really, yeah, just seemed to be in a very good space. Knows how important this week is in terms of getting seeded. You know, just one of those things that I know these players who are in this 35-ish range, they think about it a lot. I remember talking to Talon Greekspor about it once. He went through, I think, 6 or 7 straight slams where he was 1 or 2 out of seeding, and then, you know, you're having to play a seed in the second round. And it just makes such a difference in terms of the capability of going deep in one of them, and Tabilo certainly has that, doesn't he? He's also got a 3-love lead. Easy picking so far. You are watching the Copa Falcon Bridge in Valencia, Spain.
Time.
Dusan Lajovic going to be in qualies next week in Paris. I'm sure the goal for him is making sure by New York time he's into the main. He's got a little bit of a ways to go. Right now, live ranking has him at 136. That's down 4 spots from where he was at the beginning of last week. His peak, if he wins this tournament, is about 105. And in terms, again, of what he has to defend before the New York cutoff, he has 1 challenger final, 1 round of 16, and then a challenger title that's going to be right around the cutoff week. Just have to take a look and see whether that's on there or not. It might be right before. But ultimately, we're talking about 150-ish points is what he needs to make sure he's inside the top 100 with a few points to defend. So probably is thinking to himself, if this is how he thinks, 200 points, and he'll get there by the time the cutoff for the U.S. Open. Well, right now it's just to find point-to-point sustained success, get himself back into this match. And he does so very quietly, comfortably right there on the scoreboard. 3-1. For the moment, skies are calm overhead. I've been told 1-ish is what we're looking at in terms of the best chance of the weather getting a little bit challenging for us. But again, only about a 60% chance.
0-15. Love 15. Ball.
Yeah, this is really good to see this backhand line component from Tabilo. And yeah, I think Lajovic is going to have to adapt. Again, this is the third meeting, but if Tabilo is hitting that backhand line well, Lajovic is going to have to adapt to different patterns than maybe he was used to seeing with Tabilo last year. And strikes it well once again.
30-15, 30-15.
Yeah, it's just a very different approach to how he is starting this match than yesterday. And if we do get the chance to talk to him after this match, definitely want to ask him about that. Whether that was due to the fact that Lajovic just had such an exhausting day yesterday.
Ball.
Yeah, 3:11 on the clock for that Lajovic win over Altmaier.
Let's proceed.
So just cruising along right now is Alejandro Tabilo. He's got it to 4-1 in just 19 minutes here in Valencia.
Tabilo gana por 4 juegos, 4-1. Time.
Oh, good contingent of Chilean fans here. He saluted them after the match, did Tabilo. Always seem to be there. I've been in Miami for the Masters 1000 the last several years, and yeah, they are out there and vocal for him in those matches. The American Masters that we have in Miami. Dusan Lajovic serving here. 1-4. It's certainly so difficult for guys like Dusan who have been so good for so long. Right, when you are, and this is obviously a fantastic event. The Challenger 175 level is one thing, but having to go through qualifying consistently at the tour level, having to play a lot of challengers, the 80s, the 100s, for somebody who's used to being in the Masters regularly. It's a difficult mental hurdle that some players handle well, some players don't, especially at the age of 34, 35 for Dusan. My novice opinion of him is he's just been a guy who just absolutely loves it, really enjoys the grind, the battle. There's no question about it. Who looks fresher today? And Tabilo using that to his advantage. Yeah, back behind him, and Lajovic again just having to cheat to try to cover that backhand wing. Tabilo already 1 for 1 on his break chances. He's got an opportunity right here. That's well done in a great angle from Lajovic. Kind of hanging on through the middle of that point. But yeah, just doing a good job. I think he's obviously cognizant of the fact that he's going to have to stand on top of that baseline a little bit more. Does not want to get into prolonged defensive battles today. So even at the risk of being a little bit uncomfortable from time to time, he'll do his best to stay there on top of the baseline. It's just the kind of risk you're going to have to take in a day like this, right? So it does keep things tight. This is the last game, of course, with the original rules. I'd like to see Lajovic, if he can, be a little bit more aggressive here. Yeah, especially on these seconds, right? Because it's, you know, you go through some of his stats, Tabilo, through this year. That is, I mean, this is not unique just to him, but when he's able to protect his second serve, he has a lot of success, and including in that run to the title in Provence. Only once did he lose 50% of his second serves. That was in the final against Zizou Bergs. It was exactly 50%.
Iguales, 29.
Well scooped, and he does get himself into a return game.
15-30. 15-30.
Got to grab a break chance so far today. Oh my, Lajovic is asking to look at it. Again, bolt 6, electronic line calling here this week. I'm getting a look at it here, and yeah, a couple millimeters. Lajovic took a look at the mark himself and sees that indeed it did catch the line. That's nowhere close from Tabilo. Just got alive there by a hop. So Lajovic with an opportunity here. Second break chance of the day. Missed out on the one earlier. Yeah, Tabilo deserved to pay the price there. So Dusan Lajovic exhausted, but finds his way back into this first set. We are on serve into the ball change. It's 4-3.
Tabilo gana 4-3 por game superior. Time.
Lajovic now with a little bit of an opportunity to get ahead of steam. He's got new balls in his pocket as well. Respect the camera effort there.
15-0. 15 love.
Couple of aces now for Lajovic here on the day.
40-0, 40 love.
Looking for his second hole to love of the day as well. Not going to find it. Getting a solid 64% is Lajovic. So nice and comfortable there, 4-all. Yeah, now Tabilo pushed for the first time, right? Things were looking nice and easy, comfortable, cruising. Suddenly not.
Love 15. Such a good return too from Lajovic. Yeah, that's a huge break for Tabilo. 15-all.
Because if he's suddenly down love 30 after what's happened over the last 5 minutes, right, there could be a little bit of panic that sets in. Yeah, he's again just kind of rushed to the situation, and it does feel like a little bit of panic right now from Tabilo. Really trying to move quickly, finish points earlier than he needs to, but I think it's a little bit of adaptation to the fact that Lajovic is going after a little bit bigger now. Dusan Lajovic has 2 chances here to take a lead late in the set. Stunning stuff here is, Tabilo is in danger of just giving away some opportunity here. Dusan Lajovic is wrapping off 4 straight games. Tabilo left looking for answers. Shocking stuff. And Dusan Lajovic will serve for the set in a moment.
Time.
Those Chilean fans have gotten very quiet here. With Tabilo struggling to find the court while being offensive at the moment. Just staring down his team as well. But it's Dusan Lajovic with the opportunity to steal this first set. Was down a break in 4-1 just a couple minutes ago. And here he is on the verge, 5-4.
Quinta 0-15.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's happened very, very fast. And I think Tabilo is, just as much as I am, just completely flummoxed by how this has happened now. Set points, Lajovic. He's got that as well. My goodness. 5 straight games to close out this first set, and Dusan Lajovic takes it 6-4, one set away from the semifinals here in Valencia. So as we look at the first set stats, yeah, I'm just completely as boggled as you guys are, and I think the big thing is just that drop-off in second serve points won from Tabilo. That is where he was doing very well. He was at about 60% when I mentioned it, when it was around 4-1. An idea of what Lajovic was going to need to do to just get himself back into this first set. And that's exactly what he was able to do, right? Just be a little bit more aggressive on those seconds, put Tabilo in some more uncomfortable spots as we look at some of the highlights here for this first set. You know, it looked like it was going to be really comfortable there for Tabilo at the beginning of this match, just because of the fact he was able to grab that early break to love. And didn't look like he was having to strain to get there either. And that backhand line was certainly cooking early. Just Lajovic just solidly kind of started working his way back into the set. And from 4-1 down in that breakdown, moving better, got himself into it in that regard. And then suddenly he is there. So yeah, as we take a look, as he wanted to take another look at that one, particular ball, but you know, looking ahead for a weekend here, the winner of this one gets either Ugo Carabelli or Kitsmanovic. That, of course, being our next match here on Pista Central. Should also point out that the tournament's top seeds on the doubles side in cruise control right now. Cruz and Matos, 6-2 in the first set over the Americans Kiger and Stalder. We just suddenly got a little bit of wind that has come in. Again, this is when we were starting to expect the rain somewhere in the 12:30 to 1 o'clock range, so it feels like it might be on its way. But yeah, good start for the top seeds on the doubles side, not so much here in singles. Great to be with you here in Valencia. And right now, Alejandro Tabilo is coming in, just having a little bit of a chat with his team. And interestingly, it's a quick chat. They're actually very positive. They liked what he was doing there and just said, very simply, just going to have to execute a little bit. In fact, they're saying, yeah, that familiar, you know, with their finger, just keep rolling with it. That's a hard thing for, I think, some players to handle, right? Just keep doing what you're doing is not always the best advice and what you want to hear after you've just lost a set. But now Tabilo pumping his fist towards his team, knows he's got some work to do. Tabilo will serve to start this second set. You can see he's obviously expecting to be covering up that backhand.
40-0.
Tabilo. And he grabs a very fast hold to love, his first hold to love of the day. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is he's just got to continue being aggressive, and I think that's ultimately what the team is telling him just continue to be aggressive, use the forehand, look for it, hunt them, stay inside the baseline, get Lajovic moving side to side, wear him out, beat him up a little bit. 46 minutes into this one here. Tabilo and Lajovic, Mike Cation with you. 1 o'clock start for the next one. Ugo Carabelli and Kecmanovic. First 5 points of this set have gone to Tabilo. Make it 6.
0-30, love that.
Yeah, real trouble. Lajovic broke in his opening service game in the first. Would like to avoid that here in the second as well. A lot of work. Tabilo's going to come look at this mark. We're going to look at it with both 6, but yeah, caught. Interestingly. Oh, wow. We're not seeing it, but so Tabilo right now, he's asking the question because on the scoreboard locally, it said the word out. It did not show the ball mark, but it just said the word out. Chair umpire said, no, that is incorrect. You know it's incorrect. So it is going to be a break chance for Tabilo, who went 1 of 2. Remember, he did also have that opportunity to grab a second break in that first set in the 4-1, I should say the 1-4 service game. Yeah, I think he set it up pretty well. I don't know if that was the contact point that Tabilo wanted in at that spot, right? Got a little bit high on him, wasn't able to just get the hands where they needed to be. But I think he's okay with his choice. Yeah, I think he needs to get back to a little bit of that, right? I mean, there's so many different ways to be aggressive.
Ventaja, Tabilo.
If you're able to push Lajovic back just a little bit, while also throwing in those droppers, good things could happen. for the second straight set. He does take advantage early. The Chilean to 2-love here in this second set.
Iguales 15. Then 30-15.
This is a very familiar field, doesn't it? Lajovic hopes it's a familiar field at the back end of the set, however. But yeah, this is pretty easy pickings at the moment for Tabilo. Perfect angle there. Serve plus 1 to get us to 3-love. Tabilo early in the second in Valencia.
Time.
So this long road back has to start here. If we're following the same pattern, Lajovic was able to get a hold to love in the first at this stage. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, and I think you see from Tabilo, even on that first point, right, that the intensity needs to be right there. And indeed, he's really making this push now, isn't he?
Low 30.
Yeah, and this is, you know, kind of what Tabilo's looking for, right? Just a little fatigue, a little weariness here if he can get Lajovic stretched in this moment, and that one on top of it, just adding a bad hop mixed in there. So 2 more chances here for Tabilo. He went 1 for 2 in the first, now 2 of 4 overall. Yeah, that was not quite sharp from Lajovic. So this second set, you imagine, done and dusted at this stage. So Lajovic gonna need to regroup just a little bit, resettle himself, and then see if he can summon something special in the third. Top of it, there is, of course, the possibility that the weather could come and disrupt this match at any time. Perfect. Yeah, that did really well. That did not look like a drop shot, did it? That looked like just one of his normal one-y slices here. But really pulled off the pace and pulled off a spectacular dropper. The other component here is Tabilo, right, needing to stay the course. He got away from being aggressive midway through that first set. Has to put the foot on the gas here. Yeah, you can see just looks at his team in disgust here as, again, similar to that first set, he just out of nowhere gives up a couple of points and gives up a couple of break chances. Credit to Lajovic for staying in it mentally.
30-40, 30-40.
So Dusan Lajovic somehow, some way is back in the set as a few errors pop in for Alejandro Tabilo, now 4-1.
Time.
It's been really impressive to see this crowd consistently filling up the stands here, even in the midst of the day. And not surprisingly, for an incredible 175 here for the first time in Valencia. And they really turned out a couple of retirement ceremonies. Zapata Morales retiring for good here this week, Monday night. Roberto Bautista Agut was honored yesterday. He'll obviously continue playing, but this potentially could be his last match in his home country. 3-0 loss to Zizou Bergs. That's pushed wide as well. First time we've actually seen any frustration from Dusan Lajovic in that last moment. After this momentum has been a bit stunted here. And yeah, just a couple of times, listen, it happens in every single clay court event, right? There's just going to be spots where there's a little bit of a clump and takes a bad hop, and that is his complaint in that moment. That's the best backhand line that Lajovic has hit on the day, and responded well defensively after a very good backhand line there from Tabilo, right? Moved perfectly for it. Did incredibly well, did Tabilo, just patrolling that net. Yeah, just a master class right there from Alejandro Tabilo. Grabs a break chance. He has, of course, broken Lajovic twice already here in this second set. Yeah, just a tad bit back. And this is by maybe a centimeter or two in that deuce corner. So Lajovic hanging around once again. Not so much there. Danger once again. Break chance number 5 of the set. 2 of 4 so far. Yeah, tried to take it early and threaten and just missed times. So Tabilo with his 3rd break of this set, and he leads 5-1. Serve for the decider here. New balls as well, so both players grabbing new sticks out of the bag. Would not be surprised to go see this particular game go relatively quickly.
Law 15. Out. 15 igual es 15. Ball. Ball.
Has certainly made it challenging for himself here today.
Ball.
He is truly giving away a slew of points at this stretch, as he did late in the first as well. So great chances for Dusan Lajovic in what should have been a very quick and easy game.
Treinta, 30-40.
Yeah, he's got the break. And listen, even if it doesn't change things in this set, it will keep Tabilo on his back heel a little bit in the third.
Time.
I think, yeah, this crowd is a bit stunned as well. It has not been the highest level in this second set. Yeah, it just kind of fits and starts, and that sometimes will happen when you get to this stretch of a tournament, when you are playing consecutive days, right? The legs maybe aren't as fresh, the brain might not be as fresh. Lajovic, 2-5. That idea of just being the best version of yourself on that day, sometimes it's not the A version, it might be the B version or the C version, and you have to kind of do what you can with what is available to you on that day. And that's, I think, one of the most challenging parts of our sport. And especially tough for a lot of young players to understand. Some days you just have to manufacture things. You have to adjust pretty heavily, and those margins really need to come in. And then other days you feel like you can hit just about anything. And then there are some people like Yannick Sinner who just make the rest of us look foolish. Yeah, nice little flick, good recognition there from Lajovic, seeing where Tabilo was. Hitting it to a spot where he couldn't be. So now it's where things get interesting, right? This set should have been over. We all acknowledge that. But instead, it is a second time for Alejandro Tabilo to try and close out this second set. Team looks a little bit nervous. Again, just a few too many errors have crept in of late. And you just clean it up through this game. And yeah, the team is just saying, yeah, stick with your guns, just execute.
15-0, 15 love.
Yeah, again, just very frustrated. You could even tell when he made that swing, right? It had to be a huge adjustment with the hands. Didn't even get to a follow through there. Unlucky.
$30, 30 love.
Now, considering where he's been in this set, the effort level has been
30-15,
exceptional.
30-15. Oh.
Yeah, what a great turn on that forehand to create and generate a huge angle. And again, just has done a very good job at times of keeping Tabilo off balance. It hasn't been consistent aggression from Lajovic, but when he has the opportunity, he is really seizing on it. And this is, again, testy stuff for Tabilo. Again, he comes up with the goods. That forehand on the trot, and he has an opportunity to get another break back.
30-40, 30-40.
I can't believe what I am seeing here. Was down 4-love, and Dusan Lajovic has gotten us back on serve. It's 5-4 in the second. So a total right now 6 breaks in this set in 9 games. Work still to be done here for Lajovic, not out of the woods yet. Serving to stay in the set at 4-5.
Tercero, 50 love.
You know, having done tennis broadcasting for the last 13 years, I've certainly seen comebacks from 2 breaks down at times. I don't know that I've seen this type of comeback in consecutive sets. First. Wow, what a defensive effort from Lajovic just to clear that net line, and 2 chances to level us. Somehow we are at 5-all. Really remarkable stuff.
5 juegos iguales. 5 games more.
I don't know how mentally, where mentally Tabilo is. We have not really seen from him or heard from him. And you wonder when or if it's going to bubble over.
Law 15.
This is an absolute disaster, and there's just no way around it.
Love 30.
I mean, this is
0, 40. Love 40.
this is the moment where you completely understand a racket demolition. Dusan Lajovic, break chances. He'll have 3 looks. That's, considering what's happened here over the last 20 minutes, pretty remarkable to find those consistent angles, just keep pulling it shorter and shorter and shorter.
He was deuce.
The twists and turns in this second set, my goodness. 4 points in a hurry for Alejandro Tabilo, and a chance to escape here. And he escapes. Goodness gracious. Well, what does this match have in store for us next? We'll see if Lajovic can force the breaker in a moment.
Time.
Well, yeah, you can see how much this meant to Alejandro Tabilo, right, to fight out of those 3 break chances and finally see that little bit of intensity. He's been working on that mental component, and so you really like to see him be even keel through a match, but there are also times where you do need to raise that level. Lajovic 5-6. Oh, it stays in. Not even close to the court. What a shot from Alejandro Tabilo.
Pero 15, love 15.
Seven straight points. He started this set with 6 straight
Love
points.
30.
Ends the streak. Goes to the set for Lajovic.
15-30. Igual es 0.
I mean, this set point should have come 30 minutes ago, but Tabilo will take it in this set. He is 3 of 5 on his chances. And he deservedly hears it from this crowd in these big moments. Late in both sets, Lajovic has really been up to the task so often.
Deuce.
Deuce now. Wide, he wants a look. Lajovic, bolt 6, says, oh goodness. Oh, and he hits the ball, does Lajovic, off the score. That is, it's going to get some whistles. It's an interesting one for Mr. Rodriguez in the chair. Is that up to code violation standard, hitting a scoreboard? It is not. It is set point. Might, oh, gets over. That's almost, yep. I lost it. Right over. I got to be better than that. That's what I get for having my hands full at the time. He'll have a third look for Tabilo.
Ventaja Tabilo. Segundo set Tabilo.
7-5, second set. That probably should have been 6-1, but Tabilo will take it. Wild one here to start the day on quarterfinal Friday at the Copa Falcon Bridge. Yeah, again, one of these sets where statistics will only tell you so much of the drama. Lajovic winning 47% of his first serve points and 40% of his second serve points, and yet having an opportunity to take a 6-5 break lead and just not able to do it. That's unheard of, right? Winning less than 50% of your service points and still having the opportunity to take a break lead late in the set is wild, wild stuff. But Tabilo, those 5 straight points, down love 40 at 5-all, and gets himself there. And the emotions that have to be running through Alejandro Tabilo has really only once shown them here today. That was after getting that hold. Yeah, the fragileness of the brain, the fragility of that brain. Break lead in the first, comfortable 4-1, had a break chance to make it 2-break lead there. 5-1, 2-break lead. Didn't even get a set point until that last game. Wild stuff. The sport can be an absolute wrecker of your brain. Let's see what these two players have in store for us. I think we all acknowledge, right, that Alejandro Tabilo has been better player early in the sets. Can Lajovic maybe just find a way to be a little bit stronger and apply a little bit more pressure early in this set? And Tabilo, his team again, just kind of saying, yeah, just keep firing. Just execute.
Último set. Servicio Tabilo.
Tabilo will serve to start this third set. The hats come back on. I don't think that's necessarily a great idea, considering we've got some rain clouds in the area and the winds are starting to stiffen up just a little bit as well. Feels like the temperature dropping a bit to boot. And indeed it has. 1 degree Celsius, now 18.5.
Third Chile.
also have to, listen, we're giving a lot of credit to Tabilo here for being so tough at the end of that last set. Give this man a lot of credit. Clearly a fatigued Dusan Lajovic, and yet he's been so solid through this match. To love for Alejandro Tabilo, as he did second as well. First doubles match of the day has come to a close. The tournament's top seeds, Luz and Matos, coming through in straight sets, 2 and 6 over Kiger and Stalder. Does mean I'm the last American standing here in Valencia. More doubles just going to be over on Pisa Sanchez Vicario throughout the day. Barrientos and Bejar. Quick 2-love lead over Alvarez Verona and Mancia Diaz. All the singles action will be right here. Yeah, there is definitely some rain in the area. You can actually see it from where we're seated up to our north. Dusan Lajovic has been broken in his opening service game. Last 2 sets. He needs to be behind to be his best version of himself, right? Wild one for him if he happens to lose this, one that just kind of puzzles your brain heading into Paris. Not great.
Oh.
These are very quick points right now. Again, a lot of drama late in that set. You often will get a bit of a sluggish start to the next. For the first time, it is a hold for Lajovic in his opening service game. 2-1 this is much more of an error-filled start to the set, no question about it. It just doesn't look like it's just effortless swinging, right? So I'm almost going to phrase it incorrectly, but just looks so easy for him to generate that kind of pace. First ace in a little bit here for Alejandro Tabilo. Comfortable to get us started. 3 holds will get us there. Closing in on the 2-hour mark for our opening match here at Copa Falconbridge. Again, Ugo Carabelli, Kitsmanovic will be coming up immediately following this one now. The jumpers are out here today. Have to be on this chillier afternoon in Valencia. Just really good angular stuff again from Lajovic there, just using the hook.
15 left.
I would imagine the winner count is down for Lajovic, but the forced error count seems high. I'm right on that line. It's pretty close. We're getting in-house a look at the close call. Yeah, about a centimeter. Just tailed away at the last second.
30-15, 30-15.
And it's just incredible movement from Tabilo just to continue to extend that point, and what hard from this man, a veteran.
40-15, 40.
35-year-old, 3 hours 11 on court yesterday. Looks like he's up for another couple of hours here today. First ace of the set for him. Lajovic makes it 2-all.
Los juegos iguales.
Words from the team there for Tabilo. I will say, you know, and I mentioned how they did tell him after losing that first set to just essentially keep it rolling. They've been extraordinarily positive with him. It's not an easy pickup. Just clipping the net ever so slightly from Tabilo. So very good hands to maintain the aggression and be able to move forward behind it. That was a bit of a desperate swing there from Tabilo, right? Felt he had to. That was the only spot. Got pulled out wide and well. Lajovic wanting to take another look at this close call. Just square on the sideline. Just very close to that baseline as well. And shockingly, after all those breaks in the last, no break chances yet here in the third. 7 breaks in 12 games in the second set.
40-30, 40-30.
Oh, goodness. Tabilo is apologizing there to Lajovic. Yeah, just wants to make sure it's acknowledged. That is a nearly impossible ball to really do much with. It's 3-2. We're midway through the third.
Time.
The scoreboard pressure will be on Dusan Lajovic for the rest of this match. He's the one who has to deal with it. Serving from behind. He'll do so from this near side. 2-3, as we just have crossed over the 2-hour mark in that changeover. Hammers home that return.
0-15, love 15.
2 hours, 2 minutes, just looking at the second serve stats for these two players. Lajovic winning 46%. Tabilo just 41% on the day. Here's your first real opportunity.
0-30, love 30.
Of 30. No swing there from Tabilo. I think he just missed the mark. That contact point, nothing more than that. Another moment where Tabilo was clearly wrong-footed. Lajovic deciding to go back behind him, and Tabilo had already taken one step off to his right to cover that backhand wing. Good recognition again from Lajovic. Yeah, well done. Fascinating. We certainly know who the crowd is supporting here, and that being Alejandro Tabilo. But
40-30.
Lajovic really doing a good job of relying on this crowd when he's a little bit low on energy. And it's just an impressive turn there to find that finish from love 30 to a game point. That's a fantastic dropper, very aggressive with it as well. Threes.
3 juegos iguales, 3 games all.
Just had to get there in different ways. Only 2 points lost on serve for Tabilo in this set. Obviously, a lot more complex for Lajovic. 6 points lost, 3 holds to 30. And yet here we are.
Tercero. 15 love.
Again, just a reminder that Lajovic, that return position in that ad corner, does allow for a serve volley if Tabilo ever wants it in one of those bigger moments. Clean on that backhand line, and looks like he's going to have another easy hold here, game points.
40-0, 40 love. Let's go, sir. Oh.
Yeah, indeed, his second hold to love of this set. So far, so good in the third for Alejandro Tabilo. It's 4-3. Well, now is where the scoreboard pressure does tend to factor in just a little bit. I think on the other side, right, Alejandro Tabilo's got to be thinking about how he might be able to step in a little bit here on one of these return moments. In this third set,
Wait a second, please.
Lajovic has been serving well, 72%. 2:09
Thank you.
on the clock. Lajovic 3-4.
Quince 0, 15 love. Left for serve. Quince iguales, 51.
A centimeter long there from Lajovic. Not a bad thought process by any means. The right play. Looking for those opportunities off the short forehand as he has been the entirety of this match. Yeah, that's one that's got to be better there.
15, 30,
He
15.
knows it, looks over at his team immediately. Because of the depth of the previous shot, that drop shot was the play. Even if there's maybe a little bit more margin on it, you want to make sure Lajovic comes up with something special there. Just inside this far sideline with great depth.
40, 15, 40, 15.
Lajovic, he did say something to our chair there just for a moment. I was wondering if he's maybe asking if there was a lead on that point. Pointed to his ear. Regardless, he does have game points. No qualms. That's his first easy hold of this set.
4 balls iguales, 40 and over.
For all. Pressure-packed moments now with a semi-final spot on the line. Both of these players have earned 25 points. And about 9K euro. That's another 25. That's 6,000 euro for this particular match. And of course gets 175 points and 43.6 euros. To be the 4-all. Wrong-footed him. Second ace of this set for Tabilo.
15-0, 15 love.
That's a phenomenal return. Again, got wrong-footed, and yet somehow just enough to find that kind of depth and pace with the forehand wing. Three straight where Lajovic has been expecting it to the backhand wing, and three serves where Tabilo has gone to forehand side. Just missed, but Dusan Lajovic, a little bit of a sign of frustration there. Kicks the ball in frustration. We'll see it here. That one flops over, just missed by a margin. It's not bad. It's solid contact at least. That lefty kick is going up at 90, but taken nonetheless. So a little bit of pressure here for Tabilo to deal with. Hasn't faced any chances since that 5-all service game. And now the stress, right? So, you know, just kind of talked about the idea that he hasn't faced any pressure in quite some time, and here in this set had lost 2 points on serve into this set. And now just like that, he's facing deuce. This is often a really challenging moment for players. And it's starting to whip a little bit into his face as well. Here's your opportunity. It's the first break chance of this entire third set. Told you that serving volley was going to be available to him on a big moment. Good recognition from him. Deuce number 2. Another very, very close call going against Lajovic. He's already hit the scoreboard once. Begging to the Bolt 6 gods for just one, please. Nasty wind gusts now. Tabilo fights off that break chance. He's a game away from the semifinals.
Tabilo gana por 5 juegos a 4. 5 games to 4.
Well, it's been wildly entertaining, this matchup between Tabilo and Lajovic. Dusan has managed to find just a little bit less in terms of threats in this third set than he has throughout. Broken 5 times. Not facing a break chance in this set, but the scoreboard pressure on his shoulders. Great start.
15-0, 15 love.
Oh.
Iguales, 15-0.
Here's your moment, right? Tabilo 2 points away.
15-30. 15-30.
And just this little glimpse as a couple of swings look pretty tired here from Lajovic. Can he get it back up? He's done incredibly well with his back against the wall today.
Oh.
The first 2 break chances of the set for Tabilo will serve as match points.
15-40. 15-40.
Well, I think that praying to the Bolt 6 gods might have actually worked. By the thinnest of margins, this man's still alive. Out of the woods. A match point for the ages. Alejandro Tabilo somehow, some way, finds his way through with both guys absolutely cooked. It's Tabilo into the semifinals, 6-4 in the third. Tabilo sees now that his opponent is in a full cramp and is going to try to help Dusan Lajovic. Yeah, Dusan can't move here. Great moments here. Again, just that recognition that Lajovic 3 hours plus on court yesterday, an absolute grind from him today. But the day does belong to the top seed, Alejandro Tabilo, into tomorrow's semifinals. It's good to see right now that Dusan Lajovic is able to walk off on his own power. As we take a look at the match stats, yeah, the third set stats specifically, that is just a much more controlling set from Tabilo in terms of his serve. And that was the number we pointed to, right? That idea that the second serve was going to be key in his match wins this year. That has been really the standard, staying above that 50% mark on seconds, and he was able to do so when he needed it most, right, in that third set. So, and especially you think back, that 5-all game in the second set, down love 40 after losing a 2-break lead twice. My goodness. Let's hear from Alejandro Tabilo first in Spanish.
Bueno, Alejandro, comentaba que hoy te lo has ganado, hoy te lo mereces. Condiciones probablemente un poquito más lentas que ayer, ha sido una auténtica batalla. Te comentaba que estés jugando puntos largos ayer, hoy. ¿Qué ha pasado? Cada rally eran 40 golpes.
No, ha sido durísimo. Dusan juega muy bien en la silla, siempre ahí batallando todo, entonces tuve que estar ahí muy mentalmente fuerte, y también con el equipo que fue batalla durísima, mucho nervio ahí en todos los sets, la verdad, y nada, feliz de haber podido sacar este partido.
Yo creo que te tengo que preguntar, ¿no? Muchos de los papás, de los niños, preguntan, ¿qué haces cuando vas 5-2, cuando te ves con ese set prácticamente cerrado, te lo remontan, tienes que ir a un tercero? ¿Qué piensas cuando te sientas en ese cambio de set?
O sea, si no se notó, todavía estoy tratando de trabajar eso, pero no, me trato de apoyar mucho con el equipo, tratar de hablar, de soltar un poco ahí el aire y nada, tratar de seguir pegándole, cuesta un poco, pero ahí gracias al equipo también te empuja mucho para seguir.
Y yo creo que tenemos que cerrar. Hoy se ha vuelto a notar mucho compatriota, mucho chileno en las gradas. ¿Cómo te estás sintiendo con el público aquí en Valencia?
No, como en casa. Me han estado apoyando ahí muchísimo. Ayer llegaron un montón y hoy día también se sintió harto, también se sintió el público conmigo, así que le agradezco mucho y feliz de poder estar en otro partido y mañana tratar de darle otra victoria.
Señoras y señores, un aplauso para el ganador de este partido.
When we take a look at the match statistics, yeah, you can see, right, we were just talking about 56% for that third set. Such a drastic difference. It just allowed him to have a little bit more comfort in his own service games for Tabilo, but just a wild one, and it really a mental match for him. That's what we're going to be asking him about here in just a moment, as he is headed over to join us here on the broadcast.
Será el siguiente en modalidad followed by, lo que quiere decir que en cuanto los jugadores y la pista estén listos, dará comienzo el segundo duelo de esta sesión de mañana aquí en esta Copa Falconbridge.
Well, Ale, congratulations. Listen, that was an absolute war mentally for you. And I want to ask you about that specific moment, right? You were up 2 breaks twice in that second set, and then all of a sudden it's 5-all and you're down love 40. What's going through your brain, and how did you find a hold and a break from there to allow yourself to get into a third set?
No, it was really tough, especially since almost the same thing happened in the first, even worse. So no, I was just like, it was battling my inner demons and just trying to figure out what to do. I mean, I was getting a little like out ahead, and I tried to get angry and just serve it out. I served 3 bombs to make it deuce, and from there I just tried to stay mentally there. And then as soon as I was able to get that hold, I tried to let out all the anger, and I played that break game really aggressive, trying to go for it.
Yeah, I got that sense from you, especially even after losing the first set. Ale, you looked over at your team and they just said, hey, keep going, keep focused. And it seems like that's really been the push, is just to make sure there's positivity within you and just allowing you to be the best version of yourself, because the mind is where it needs to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of matches this season, so mentally you get a little tired, but right before the tournament, I spoke with my coach, with the team, and I mean, we talked a lot about just trying to have fun, smile a little bit, and it's been tough. I mean, today was very tough, but we got through it. I mean, on the 5-4 where I did the drop shot, looked at them, smiled a little bit, because it was kind of like a tense moment, and from there I think I felt a little looser, so it helps a bit.
Pretty decent match point too, huh?
Yeah, I know, it was a battle. I was like, I'm not gonna miss this, and I just tried to move him a lot, and yeah, I mean, it was tough to go for it, but I was just mentally there saying, like, I'm not gonna miss a ball.
Alejandro, very well done today. We'll see you in the semifinals tomorrow.
Thank you, appreciate it.
So yeah, just a really big mental performance from Alejandro Tabilo here today, and he moves into our semifinals tomorrow. And we'll find out his opponent coming up next. It'll be Ugo Carabelli and Kecmanovic. It's coming up here at the Copa Falcon Ridge in Valencia.
Señoras y señores, no se vayan muy lejos de esta pista central, porque en breves minutos harán su